Good morning, everybody. Welcome to intermediate mat work this morning. My name is Marelize, and we're going to be using 2 handheld weights today. If you are not in possession of weights, you can use filled water bottles of equal weight or alternatively 2 cans of tinned food. As long as they're the same weight, you should be fine. All right, so I'm using 2 little balls filled with a heavy object. I think it's sand, I'm not sure, but we call them toning balls, and this is just what I have in my studio, so that's what I'm going to use for today. Please join me on the mat. We're going to start a supine warm-up today, so we'll be lying on our backs, coming right down to the mat. I'd like you to bend your arms at 90 degrees, resting your elbows on the floor, feet hip distance apart, pelvis and spine nice and neutral, shoulders relaxed. And let's just start with the breathing. It's going to feel like you're playing an accordion. So you're going to inhale and open your hands, externally rotating the arms, and then exhale to bring the hands back up towards one another. This shouldn't feel too difficult. Breathe in and exhale. So my 2 balls are about 1 kilo each, 100 grams give or take. And exhale. And we're just gently mobilizing the shoulder joint, warming up in that rotational axis. So the rotator cuff muscles, breathing in and exhale. 2 more. And inhale, open. And exhale to pull it together. Last one, breathe in and exhale. Now take those arms right up to the ceiling. We're going to take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to gently take our arms over here, turn the weight so that they face the ceiling. And then breathe in and lift your arms right back up. If 2 weights are feeling too heavy for your shoulders, put one down and just hold 1 weight in both hands. So you hold at the 2 ends. So we exhale as we gently weave the ribs together, not popping the ribs off the floor. Inhale to reach up. Now let's add a pelvic tilt. So as we continue this movement, same rhythm, we're going to inhale to be neutral spine. On the exhale, a gentle imprint as you lengthen your lumbar spine towards the floor, tilting the pelvis, and inhale to release. So I'm closing the gap between the floor and my lower back by contracting my abdominals and gently tipping my pelvis posteriorly, so that's backwards. Exhale to squeeze all that stale air out of the lungs. Inhale, reach up. We're getting a good stretch on the lats as well as we do this. Exhale, reach. And inhale back up. 2 more. And breathe out. And inhale to reach up. Last one. Exhale to take it back. Imprinting. And inhale to come to neutral. Now let's take an imprint as we lift our legs to the tabletop. So imprint is a very safe place to be if your legs are in the air. And we're going to exhale, continue moving the arm back as we tap the 1 foot down. Inhale to lift back to tabletop. Repeat on the other side. Breathe out, tap. Breathe in, lift. And what we're doing here is we're using the weights in our hands to create more weight and leverage in the upper body. And we're using the weight of our legs to create a lever effect in the lower half of the body. And that's all working in on our abdominals and our deep spinal stabilizers. So exhale, tap, and inhale, pull it back. Let's have 2 more. And reach. Remember, you are going to be using these balls significantly in the first half of the class, the balls, the weights. So if you're finding it is getting a bit much, please take 1 weight only. Right, from there, I'm going to put my hands together so it is as if I'm holding 1 weight. Put my knees together. Take a breath in. This is next level. Exhale, we tap both legs, both arms. Inhale to draw them together and tap in the center. So this will feel like a deeper imprint, deeper contraction, and this will feel like a very stable spine as you reach out. Pull it back in. Elbows are soft and reach and pull it back. Now we don't want to create an arch in the back as the arms and legs reach away, because we're trying to work at spinal stability here. So think of breathing 3-dimensionally into the sides, into the back of your body, and only going as far out as you can maintain stability, even if it means going back to the previous version with 1 leg only. Last time, we reach away, pull it up, stay there, open your arms, float the arms sideways and pull up. Now it's time for the pecs, the chest muscles. So we breathe in as we open and we exhale to pull the arms up. Inhale, reach open, exhale and pull. My arms are softly curved, so I'm not hyperextending through the elbow. And I'm breathing through out. Breathe in, exhale. Remember, breath is the first principle in Pilates and also in mat movement if you're doing mat classes as well. So it's really worthwhile getting that deep breath pattern going. 2 more. Pull it up, last one. Pull it up and reach. Separate arms and legs. Now we're going to do little circles on the ceiling. And the 1. I'm circling both my legs and both my arms in the same direction. 2. 3. Scoop. 4. Remember the aim is to keep the spine stable. 5. If your hip flexors are hurting, please put one leg down and keep circling with one leg only. Remember to repeat. Now we're going to reverse it. Other way. And 1. 2. I'm counting up to 8. 3. And 4. Notice that the shoulders stay on the mat. 5. We're not lifting and protracting. 6. Circling in the 2 joints. 7. And 8. To finish, we lower the legs, we place them on the floor, we take our arms back overhead, and I'm going to do what I call the wood chopper. So from here, looking straight ahead, we do a little head nod, and then we exhale to flex, bringing the arms up and over, reaching your waist towards your thighs. Inhale, stay, and exhale, lengthen the lower back down, taking arms overhead again. This exercise focuses on abdominals and deep neck stability. So I just want to spend a moment there. I'd like you to nod your chin towards your chest without lifting the head, and then maintain this shape as you come up. So you're not actually going to push your head forward or pull it to the chest. So we stay, and if you can add some leg reach, you can lift your hands as you start to go back. That's going to make it more challenging. Not at the cross the full neck though. Inhale, exhale, lift. So only add the lower of your neck and abdominals can stabilize your spine. The neck still being a part of the spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Little challenge. And exhale to go down. 2 more. Breathe in. My gaze travels over the ceiling. I watch the weights in my hands. Now I look to my knees as my arms go up. I remain looking at my knees as I roll down. 1 more. And lift. To lower. Let's go on to the next one. We inhale, we exhale to lift up. Place your elbows on your hip bones into your sides. Repeat the first arm exercise we did, where you rotate, open, close. We're going to count for 4. And 2. 3. And 4. And we take it overhead and we lower down. Breathing in. Exhale, crunch up. 4 times to rotate. 1. 2. The lower back is neutral now. 3. And 4. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back. Last set. Breathing in. Exhale up. Open and close for 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Transition onto your side. Just roll onto the side. Arrange yourselves in a supine position or a sideline position rather. I can put my head on the floor like this, reaching my arms together, toning ball in hand. If this is uncomfortable, just prop yourself up with a little block or a pillow. We're going to inhale to lift that top arm up, and then I'd like you to think of sinking your arm into your shoulder. So find the stability from the muscles either side of the shoulder blade. Then, on the breath out, with a soft elbow, rotate the spine and open your chest towards the ceiling. Take an inhale and feel the stretch and the energy between the 2 hands. And then exhale, lift it and reach it over, placing the hands back together. My waist is not dropping down, so you don't sag in the middle. Reach your pelvis away and stack the hips over one another, so that spinal stability stays an integral part of this movement as well. So we rotate, and we breathe, and we exhale to pull it right back. Inhale, lift. As I come around to the corner in this movement, pausing here for a second, you want to have a sense of a long line from your tail to the crown of your head. You're not arching your back, and breathe out to pull it together. We are merely rotating around our own spine with resistance. Exhale, twist. Inhale to stay. And exhale to pull it back. We're going to do a couple more. As we turn now, can you still see the weight in your hand as you come into your furthest position? If your hand has disappeared out of the corner of your eye, you've probably lowered your arm too far, and you need to just back up a bit and lift that hand so that it's slightly higher than the shoulder. This is my last one. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to stay. And exhale to pull it right back and lower down. Good job. Cradle your head and take your arm and place it in your waist. The belly button is now my little bullseye. I'm going to put my weight opposite my belly button. And then I'm going to lift my arm and lower it in a hinge pattern. So imagine your upper arm is the hinge and your forearm is the door, and you're opening and closing around that hinge. So my elbow is not floating around, it's staying put. My upper arm is in line with my side seam of my t-shirt, and I'm working around my shoulder joint on the rotator cuff muscles, using gravity in a different way than when we're lying on our back. Your shoulders should start to feel hot and bothered by now. Let's have two more. And let's do the last one. Up and down. And it should be a little burny around here, right? It will feel like a bit of a delta. Then let's reach that arm right up, going into triceps next. Turn your hand to face away from your head towards your feet. Then reach the arm up and over into a long line next to your ear, bending at the elbow and gently tapping the floor. I'm going to keep my upper arm stable as I reach and bend at the elbow, and reach and bend. You do not want to swing your arm out and in, right? The upper arm stays absolutely put. If you're having a hard time feeling that because you can't see it, then put your head on your arm, support your upper arm with your other hand so that you can feel where your arm is and extend from there. And we press out and we bend back down. This movement comes from the Advanced Performer series, and it's called the semaphore. I had to go look what semaphore means, and it turns out to be a signaling system that they use at the airports to call in the airplanes. You've seen that, the guys on the ground with the long neon sticks that wave around at the airplanes to guide them into the parking. Let's do two more. And last one. Push it out, reach it over, and place that ball on your thigh. We're going to warm up the hips now in lateral rotation. So I'm using my weight to add a little bit of weight to the weight of my thigh. My deep lateral rotators have to work harder to lift that weight. So those are the gluteus medius muscles, the gluteus maximus, and I'm also using piriformis amongst others. We've been spending a bit of time looking at the function of piriformis in the glute. So this is a power exercise for piriformis. Notice stability is key. We're not rolling the hips any old way. We're keeping those hips absolutely stacked and moving from the thigh inside the hip joint. Two more, one more, and lower. And then we add a little internal, external rotation combo. So I flip my toe up, then I press my knee out. Flip, press. And you can get a bit of the momentum going here, rolling through, and lift. Reach, and lift. Remember, piriformis does internal and external rotation, so both these movements involve the same muscle in different ways. And three, check in on your postures ever so now and then. Two, are you still nice and tall? Watch the hips still stacked. One, and finish up. Great stuff. I'm going to push up and just take across for a moment to relax those hips. Take a deep breath in, exhale, stretch over to one side, relaxing the neck. Some of us harvest tension in our necks, even if we're not using our neck muscles per se, they tend to not to get involved. So if you have a tin or a weight that can roll, then place it on the floor, just do a little head nod and roll your weight forward. If you don't, slide your hands along the floor. We inhale to have a good stretch and then we exhale to come back up tall. Let's pop the other leg in front. Same thing. Breathing in. And exhale, little head nod, push that ball away. Big breath in. And exhale to roll it up and sit tall. Good, let's go to the other side. The side facing, one arm forward as a counter lever. Optional is to have it here, but I find with the weights, it's best if you have something keeping you up, otherwise you tend to fall over. So we're going to stack, just pay special attention to this hip, it shouldn't creep up on you. Ready, and inhale, lift, stabilize your shoulder. Exhale, rotate and open the chest. Breathe in. And exhale to draw that arm right up and over. We're using pecs in an eccentric pattern. So I'm lengthening my pecs and opening the front of the chest. And then there's a concentric, which means to shorten, pull through the obliques. My whole oblique system is pulling me back. I'm adding an exhale as I do that, because exhale will get that deep contraction of the abdominals. We recruit our abdominals better, oftentimes, when you're breathing out. And you can feel it if you exhale deeply. Your stomach will firm up and tense a bit more. 2 more. And open, breathe. And pull it up. And of course, that was not the right count. So we don't just have 2 more, we've got a couple more. And rotate to open. Pay attention to your spine. Are you still long? Are you turning around your own axis? And a reach. And we glide the shoulder blade towards the spine. Inhale, stay. Exhale, reach it up and over. Last one. And lift. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale, pull it right back. Arm under head. Elbow on the body and the weight across your belly button. And do external rotation. Lift. Lower. And up. And down. And keeping that upper arm bones still and stable is key in this movement. Please don't get your hand too close to your shoulder. If your hand's over here, you'll use your bicep more than anything else, and that will pull the shoulder forward and out of alignment. So you want a 90-degree angle and even a little wider, and sort of tap towards your belly button every time you come in. Then you know you're at the right height. And 3 more. Do you notice the difference between the 2 sides? 2 more. 1 more. And take a break. Interestingly enough, many people complain on their dominant side that this exercise is more tiring, myself included. So I'm left-handed, and this external rotation is challenging. But that's because I'm working with this arm and internal rotation every day, and I rise and I stir the pot and whatnot. So that's quite a typical thing. All right, now let's take it to here. I'm going to lift and lower. I forgot the centerfold. I'm very sorry. Let's reach the arm up. Take your arm overhead. Stabilize that upper arm as you bend at the elbow. Palm facing away from your head. And we lengthen the arm from the elbow. Reach. And reach. That's it. Middle lifted, waist lifted. Reach it out. Pull your shoulder gently towards your tail. And exhale. You want to hover that arm. Keep it inside the shoulder joint. Reach. Good. Remember, you can always put your weights down if your shoulder is compromised for whatever reason. You can also splint the arm by making a little loop for it like this. Okay. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and it goes over to that 5. Here we go. Clamshell and up. If I'm keeping myself stable, I should feel the hip bone that I'm lying on pressing into the floor, and I should feel a little gap under my waist, a little tunnel for the mouse to run under. So we're not collapsing the tunnel, we're keeping it there. So if you were under an X-ray, your spine would appear straight if I looked at you from the front. 4, 3, 2, last one, and now the foot gets added. And lift, up, and lift. This reminds me of the Charleston at 1930s dance where they kick their skirts out with their foot. And lift, that's it, up, reach, and up. 5, 4, good job everyone, 3, 2, and a 1, and give it a break. Good stuff. Let's reach ourselves up, take across, take a breath in, and exhale, little head nod. Take it forward, and let's take our arms over to one side now as we breathe into the one side of the body. And exhale, take it over to the other side, we breathe in. And breathe out, bring it back to center. And allow yourself to roll up to center. We'll just do one more with the other foot in front. It does make a difference. So hands sliding on the floor, or if you have a round object that will roll, you can roll that. And I'm just taking it over to the side as well. Good stretch there. And let's breathe into those posterior lungs, right? So right into the back of the rib cage. And then back to center. And draw up through center. All right, our last weighted exercise before we put those down. This is going to be a prone exercise. In other words, you're going to be lying on your stomach. You can take the balls with you, and we'll just have them close to the shoulders. Right, so as I come onto my front here, I'm going to place my hands under my forehead on top of one another. I'm taking the left hand weight and just leaving the right side for now. The legs are together. I'm going to have the ball quite close to my face, resting my forehead on my hand. I'm going to lift up from here, take the ball with me. Then I'm going to drag my elbow towards my waist, swing it back forward, and place it down. You can hover your head just above your waist if you want to bring it right under your head, depending on the size of it. The idea is that we go up, we pull to the waist, we bring it forward, and we lower it down. And we're going to be repeating that a couple of times. Here we go. So, we lift, breathe in, exhale, pull with the elbow. Inhale forward, exhale lower. And again, lift. Exhale to pull it in. Inhale, swing it forward, exhale lower. Is the other arm in your way, in front of your face? Then try popping it to the side. See if that helps. For comfort. If you need the space there, lift, pull it in, bring it forward and lower. I'm using my left side of my body significantly in the lateral and the posterior lines. So that's my back and my side muscles from the armpit to the hip. And also the posterior deltoids, the shoulder muscles at the back. Okay, now we add a level, the next part of the series, lift, pull it to the side, then extend the arm backwards, hand towards the thigh. Swing it back under your forehead and lower down. Lift, pull, extend, fold the arm back and lower. We won't do as many of these because they're quite heavy on the shoulders. If the shoulders are already tired, lift, pull, extend. Remember, you can always put your weight down if you're finding that you are overusing your neck muscles. Last one, up and around, bring it in and lower. Good job. Take that arm, place it right down next to your side, and just let the shoulder hang forward and relax for a moment. We're going to do the other side. Ready? Here we go. So I lift, pull the elbow in, reach it out and lower. Going up, elbow into the waist, forward and down. Maintaining stability throughout the body, we're not lifting the legs. And we're gently pulling the shoulders towards the tip of our tailbone to stabilize. And pull, reach forward, lower down, up and back, inward and down. Last one, pull, use your breath. Second level, up to the side, elbow straight, hand to the thigh. Fold your arm into a bent position, swing it forward and lower down. 5 times, that is number 1. Reach, bend, swing forward and lower, that's number 2. And we go up, pull it into the waist, extend the arm. Bend arm, swing forward and lower is 3. Lift, elbow in the waist, long arm, bend, swing forward and lower down for 4. Last one, elbow, then straight arm, then elbow again, pull forward and lower down. To transition into your last one on the stomach, please place the balls away, and the weights away. Take your arms, circle them around in a big circle, and separate your legs ever so slightly. We're going to let our arms drop forward and the palms to turn up. And then I'd like you to inhale, laterally rotate your arms, laterally rotate your legs and lift up. Stretch those legs, extend the spine, imagine you flying. Then breathe out slowly, turn your legs and your arms to place the legs in parallel and the palms to face up. So I'm turning from my shoulder joint, opening my arms, rotating them all the way around. They end up facing the floor. And then I just slowly come back down, rotate the other way. Let's pick up speed. And lift. And lower. You want to be squeezing your glutes to get those legs rotated. And also pull your shoulder blades back using your inhale and your rhomboids. Muscles between your shoulders. And breathe in. Exhale. Lots of shoulder rotations today. Great for open posture, great for upper body strength. 2 more. And down. Last one. And the lower. Bring those arms under the shoulders. Press up and come onto all fours. We're not going to be moving the weights anymore, so you can put those far away if they're in your way. Cat stretch. Take a breath in, the neutral spine. Exhale, articulate from the tip of the tail into flexion. Inhale, stay. Enjoy the stretch in your back, and then as you exhale, ripple from tail to head again. Breathing in. Exhale, tail to head. Contracting the abdominals, pressing the hands into the mat. Inhale, stay. Exhale as you extend your spine. Imagine you're drawing yourself inward and upward with your palms, using ground forces, extending the spine. Now we go double tempo. We're going to exhale to flex and inhale to extend. Can you be a little squishy in your elbows and think of active shoulder blades? Exhale to flex and inhale to extend. Energy around the base of the shoulder and breathe out. And inhale. Right, now we start our crawl pattern. Left hand, right knee. And I crawl forward. 1, 2, 3. Crawl back. 1, 2, 3. And go forward. 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. It looks easier than it is. You've got to think about it sometimes, right? So opposition. Now let your spine swagger like a feline, like a cat. Swing, swing, swing. So we're going into a bit of an animal-like movement here. Back, 2, 3. Go ahead and curl your toes under wherever you need to. And back, 2, 3. Last one, forward, 2, 3. And then back, 2, pause. Okay, of course it's not going to remain that easy. Now I tuck my toes under. And I keep walking until I'm on my haunches. Can you slowly come up? Pay attention if you are a little dizzy. Just go right back down. From here, take a breath in. Exhale back down to that crouch. Yeah. And walk forward. 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. Crouch. And stand up tall. This is why we practice squats, right? Because we want to be getting off the floor with ease. I won't make you keep on doing that. We're going to go out and do our feline crawl with the knees hovering above the floor. Right, so you go down to your haunches, your knees don't touch now. You come onto all fours hovering. And we crawl. 1, 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3, and forward. 1, 2, 3. This is hard work for the thighs. 1, 2, 3, forward. Keep those knees low and back. Remember, you can always put your knees down if you're finding this too challenging for today. And back. Last set, forward. And back. And 2 feet together, 2 hands together. Pause. Good job, everybody. Raise up. Have a good stretch up here. Relax your neck. And breathe as you gently bounce your sit bones towards the ceiling. Deep breaths. Now let's separate those feet a little. And continue our bounces. Notice I'm still on my mat, just so you don't slip. Can you sway a little to one side now? And bounce and sway over to the opposite side. It's better if the knees are straight-ish. You don't have to have your heels down. My head is long in line with my spine between my arms. Come over to the right side and over to the left. And then I'm going to come into center, walk my feet back to the middle until they're just a little bit apart. And then I'm going to walk my hands forward for 2 big steps and reach forward in a plank. Good. Remember, there are options with everything in life, or most things. If you can't plank like this, you may plank like this. If it's the hands that are bothering you, go down to your elbows. You're also allowed to do a combination. All right. So we're going to breathe for 5 more counts. 4. This is an isometric hold. It's meant to make you shake a little bit. Pull in those tummy muscles and squeeze the glutes. 2, 1. We're going to go step, step, and push the hips up to the ceiling. This is your break. You are allowed to bend the knees as you do this. Have a lovely stretch. Reach into your back. It's better to bend the knee slightly than it is to keep the knee straight and not straighten the spine. Right? It's all about the spine in Pilates. And then we add the trimmings. Okay, we've got one more of the one we just did. Here it comes. Ready? And take the weight forward, walk out. Squeeze the glutes. And we've got 10 slow counts to breathe. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Deep in. Exhale. 3. That's it. Breathe in. Exhale. 4. And in. Lift your throat. Lift your head slightly. Exhale. That's 5. Now we start to roll forward on the toes. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 6. And forward. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 7. Squeezing the inner thigh. Squeezing the glutes. And 8. In. And out. For 9. One more. In. And out for 10. Press up. Reach, reach, and stretch. Take your dominant leg forward. So I'm left-handed. I'm swinging my left knee forward. I'm placing it on the floor, placing both knees down, and I'm back in that core pattern we had initially. And we walk the hands to the ankles. And we pause here for a moment. Just let your head sort of sort itself out back on top of your body. And on the next strong exhale, you're going to push up onto your legs and slowly roll back up to standing. Woo. And there we go. Very well done. Have a quick sip of water. We're going into an abdominal series from here. Well done, guys. Right, when you're ready, please join me on the mat on the knees. If your knees are not happy to be down on them, you can do everything I'm doing in the standing position. All right, those who can, let's be kneeling for this one. We're going to do star balances. So how is this an abdominal exercise? Well, it's all leading towards your abdominal work. But what I'd like to take is the side seams of the body and incorporate those into a balancing act. So you can take the arms to the side, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, take yourself over, keeping one toe on the floor and lifting the knee up. Then you drop and relift that knee. So this is your hip rotation whilst balancing. You're using your core muscles in space against gravity to balance and do a movement simultaneously. That's quite challenging. We've got 3 more, 2 more. In the last one, we hold the knee up and we let the foot come up. And now we're really balancing. I'd actually like you to play around here. Let your arms go up and down. Let your head move to the side of it. See how far you can go. Maybe you can touch the wall if you're standing or the floor if you're kneeling. And play around there. Good. Now from there, we're going to go 3D. So I'm going to bring my legs slowly forward, using my arms to find my balance, and then take it slowly back and lean forward, like I'm flying, and bring it across to the side again, and forward, right? And you can probably imagine what this would look like standing. We really, if we stand, we just think from the bottom limb. The movement is still the same, the challenges are still the same, maybe a little bit less hamstring if you're standing. Last one, take it to the side. Bring it back into your star posture. Woo. There's my star posture. And we hold 2, 3, and bring it in. The side that has been on the upside should be burning, as should the knee and the hip, rather than the hip of the downside, right? Other side, here we go. Align, lift off, and we start with a basic closed kinetic chain rotation. So when you do this one, just watch your knees. Your knees should be in one line with one another. Okay? If you're finding this very difficult to do, I'm going to show you a little option. Then take yourself all the way over, place one hand on the floor, and do your leg right there. Okay, so this is an option. Notice I'm not leaning on my hand, I'm just using my fingers. Now, good. For 5, and 4, and 3, and a 2, and a 1, and then we float the leg up. Good. We're going to tilt to the side and tilt a little bit up. If I had my hand on the floor, how would I do that? I would keep my hand there. I would just come over and come a little up, and come over and come a little up, or even just play with balancing right there. Okay, this is challenging already if you're using the floor. If you're not using the floor and you're able to stay up there, start to move your leg forward now. Okay, don't be alarmed if one side is really bad at this. I'm not on my best side now. I'm having to battle to stay up. And bring it around. It's good for us to do things that are challenging, right? If we keep doing the same things in the same way, how can we ever expect change to happen? We've got to shake it up and give the body different challenges within a safe environment, of course. So do use the modifications if your body is not ready for the full thing. And forward. And side, here comes the last move. And I'll find my center, or my off-center center, find the balance. See if you can hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and kneel relax. Give yourself a little hug. Relax your shoulders around your spine. Go into your shell off center and just do a little bounce your seat over to one side. And take your shoulder the other way and bounce over to that side. Come back to center and lift off. We're going onto our spines, back down to Mother Earth. Have a long lie down. Please place your legs out long and your arms behind you. Now, if you struggle with the roll up, this is one exercise where you can utilize weights. So then I would grab my handheld weights for this one. Okay? If this is one of your favorites, then you don't need the weight. Leave it. I'm going to breathe and float the arms up. Nod the head. Exhale. Imprint the spine. Reach your fingers to your toes and flex over. For those with a hollow back, you can place a little cushion under your lumbar spine, or alternatively bend your knees as you walk through your lumbar spine. Bending the knee slightly alleviates tension in the hip and could help you to transition through that lower back with greater ease. Okay, and breathe in and exhale, we roll softly down and over. Inhale, lift. Up and over. Breathe in to start the journey down. Exhale to take it all the way down. Right, so that is the roll up. Here comes the neck pull. Notice the hand and spinal change. I'm placing my hands against my forehead, and we're going to use the arms as levers. So we're going to inhale to nod the head and start to lift the head and chest. Exhale, press your hands away from your forehead, then place them back against as you bend over your legs. Take an inhale to articulate up through your spine into neutral posture. And then breathe out, pull the abdominals in and ripple down, seeing if you can keep your hands against your forehead to lower you back down. So inhale, head and shoulders lift. Exhale, use those arms to just pump you up to the difficult patch in the back. Inhale to stack up through the spine. Exhale to ripple down, keeping the hands against the forehead. Now you don't have to use your arms to reach forward like I'm doing. You can actually keep your hands against your forehead the whole time. And breathe in, lift. Play around with what works for you. Exhale down and down. Remember, modifications are there to help us in the areas in our body where we are still working on little potholes or whatever. Exhale, ripple down. One more time. Exhale, face up and over. Inhale to articulate up. Exhale, finish right up here. Take the arms forward. Okay, knees bent, feet hip distance apart, obliques roll back. We're going to take the arms from here, and as I flex my spine using the abdominals, I'm going to start to rotate, taking one arm to the floor and brushing it towards the back corner of the room. The arm doesn't have to go all the way up, and just reach out there, and then I sweep it forward and I come up to sit tall. Please avoid going back and then arching your back with an intent to get further. That extension of the spine will cause your hip flexors to cramp, and it could cause discomfort in the lower back. So we're over here, we breathe in. Exhale, sweep. I'm going to turn to the left first and sweep and inhale to sit back tall. Obliques. And breathe in. I'm keeping my spine very neutral from the front view. So if I look at you like this, as I sweep and I rotate, I'm not moving away from the center line. I'm not actually leaning out of this long line with my body. I'm turning and flexing the spine. Yes, that I am doing, but it's staying centered. It's not reaching in line over to the side. Let's go for one more on each side. And in. And the last one. And inhale, tall. Good stuff. From there, please take one leg, hold it behind you, behind the knee, and then from there, I'd like you to slowly transition to half roll down, and then pull yourself back up. Exhale, half roll down, and inhale, pull up. Now, can you do that with one arm only? So we're reaching one arm out and supporting with the other arm. exhale. Inhale, notice this is upright spine, this is a flexed spine. Okay, now it's getting harder. I'm going to stretch that leg out. Exhale, roll back a little. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rock back a little. Inhale, reach up and do one more. Exhale to sink into the lower back. Inhale to stretch up. Change legs. Have a little break in the middle. If your spine's finding that challenging, you've got the other leg up, 1 foot down, 2 hands behind the knee. And round. And extend. Breathe in. This is abdominal work and hip flexor work combined. You will also find that your thigh muscles are working with the leg straight. Now I release one arm and I exhale to flex down. And as I inhale, I reach as if my toe and my hand want to create a continued line up. This is a prep for the teaser, in case you're wondering. And up, back, and up. Can you roll back evenly on both sides? Lift, place down the feet, and turn your body. Just give your spine something else to do. Okay, good. If your back is feeling vulnerable with the leg in the air as we did it now, please avoid 2 legs in the air. So the next one's going to take 2 legs up. What I'd rather like you to do is put both feet down. Even if you have a little low bench, like I've got here, just something low, with a stool, maybe the edge of your couch, and you can work with your feet on there. All right. Sometimes the tension around the back and hip complex is too great for 2 legs to be in the air, regardless of how far you are along in your Pilates experience. So we're over here now. We breathe in, we exhale, and carefully we tilt the pelvis, pulling in the abdominals and squeezing the glutes, and then we breathe in to lift our chest and come into this upright sitting position just behind the sit bones. I'm actually reaching my back straight, but behind the sit bones. And then I go again, I round my spine, I'm rounding my arms a little, my thighs stay where they are at about a 45-degree angle, and I breathe in to lift my heart, but pull the tummy in, right? And again, exhale, squeeze the glutes, rock back. Can you see your feet? Are your toes higher than your knees? They should be. Inhale up. It's not a rolling like a ball. It's not down here. It's up here. And up. And breathe in. Yes. Now can you stretch the knees as you go back? Stretch your knees. Little knee bend as you come up. Do 4 more. Stretch. Little knee bend. 3 more. Exhale. Squeeze those sit bones together. Inhale, little knee bend. Last one. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift. We're going to finish with the balance. See if you can stretch your knees and roll down and hug those knees to that chest. Have a good breather. Little rock from side to side. And exhale. And one more big breath in. And deep exhale. Fantastic. Take your arms and legs down, reaching one arm down. Roll onto your side and move yourself into the center of your mat. The side bend. I'm going to place both feet together. Stretch myself out long. You must be able to see your feet before you start and keep those abdominals engaged. We're going to exhale to lift into side flexion. Inhale to lower back down. As I come up into my side flexion, I'm reaching my top arm long up, my top foot longer than the bottom foot. Can you see that? This arm is reaching to the side of the knee. And then I lower back down. I want to be feeling my waist muscles right here where my hand is. And back down. It shouldn't feel like I'm using my back to lift my legs. Now what to do if you do feel your back? Then we come into what I call the banana. We're going to bring the feet forward and imprint your spine and scoop in a little bit of a hollow, just to recruit the abdominals more. 2 more. And down, last time. Up. And stay. We lift that leg and arm. We bring it down. 5. 4. This is start the next level. 3. And pull it together. And 2. And pull it together. And 1. Pull it together and lower down, push up, Spin yourselves around or just roll over if you're happy to do that. Turn your back on me. And we're ready for the second side. And exhale up. And inhale down. Deep exhale. Breathe into lower. Remember, it's all about integrity. The spine needs to be in a place that is safe where you can work effectively. So if your spine is complaining, something in the core has lost control because the peripheral movement is becoming too big for it to handle. So then you need to change something. Maybe leaving the bottom leg down and just doing the top leg and arm is enough for today. All right, remember, we're all starting our journey in different places, and as long as we travel safely, we'll all get there. And now we lift and we stay. We're going to go up and down for 1, up and down for 2. The movement should be controlled, and 3. Breathe, and 4, and 5. And the last one, 6. Lower down, and rest. Turn onto your stomachs, rolling over, separating the feet as wide as the mat. I'm turning my toes out and my heels in, and placing my hands on either side of my shoulder girdle. Exhale to prepare for this one. Gently go up the tummy muscles. Then on an inhale, lengthen your spine away from the floor, vertebra by vertebra, pressing into your hands. Good stretch through the whole front abdominal wall. Breathe out slowly, lengthen and lower back down. One shouldn't go up so high that one feels one's lower back. Compressing. If you have a sense of compression or pinch in the lower back, just bring your arms and bring it down, even to the base of your rib cage. And then really squeeze your abdominals and your glutes to support your back. And we're lifting. Abdominals are lifted, glutes are working, triceps are controlling the movement down. So slowly lowering those elbows without popping the shoulders up. And last 2. And down. Last one. Head, neck, shoulders, upper, middle, lower back. Breathe in. And breathe out to finish, all the way down. We're placing our feet closer together, using our hands, push up, round the back, and rest. Shell stretch. Resting the head on the floor, deep breaths. Relaxing your neck. Relax everything. This is your moment to just enjoy the hard work that you've done. Place your arms by your feet and let your shoulders fall forward. Breathe into your back. Separate the knees slightly if your hips feel uncomfortable. And feel all tension drain out from the neck and shoulder area, as well as the back. Last deep breath in. Use your exhale to recruit your abdominal muscles, your glutes, and then your spinal straightness as we slowly roll up to sitting on the knees. And for those who are up for the challenge, hands in front, one leg forward, other leg crouching, press up, and walk off into your week. Excellent. Good job, everybody. The whole point of Pilates is to make everyday living a breeze and to help you to manage your daily things and your other activities with ease and control. And getting off the floor is one of them. So we'll keep on practicing. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next week.